clubs. Brent, talk about some of the challenges that come with coaching a team so young.
I think the idea for most of the coaches is they see it in the eyes of the players. They want everything now. They want it so fast, and they're not quite sure about the steps to get to the end game. That's the most important thing for a coach, is to talk about the small steps throughout any given season that the coach can put in front of them. And some of those challenges, you find out also which of the guys are willing to accept the team challenge as opposed to the individual one.
But challenging nonetheless in every way.
Oh yeah, and for 8 months of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
So get ready for massive parenting for the year for this coaching staff.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa. And it's Bagley in at the 5 down low. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with Coach David Fizdale. We talked about their strategy for containing De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said he's at his best in the open floor. We got to retreat on the release, try to limit his chances out on the break. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here is Payton. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Payton drives in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, some good things happening right now with Elfrid Payton being aggressive to find his way towards the rim. I like it when he attacks like this.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Payton. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Here's Fox, and Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Tries again. Randall with the bucket.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Pass to Bagley. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Gibson with the steal. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Here's Barrett. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Randall with the bucket. Here's Bogdanovich. 9 points last game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Fox passes to Bagley. Great D that time from Gibson. The Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Barrett. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, the man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Looking to end the run. Oh, that's blocked. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento on defense. It's a 5-point game. Barrett the pass to Payton. Kicks to Barrett. Launches it. And it's Fox with the rebound. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. He dishes it to Bagley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes. It's deflected. Randall with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Payton outside to the paint. Here's Gibson. That one no good. Great D that time from Bagley. And there's the pass to Fox. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Keeps working hard on this three-point shot, trying to make it a lot more consistent part of his attack is De'Aaron Fox.
Here's Gibson. Great D that time from Bagley. The Kings have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And finished off by Bagley.
Pretty easy for Marvin to get up like that.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Payton. And again, it's the...
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
No good on that one. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my 2nd season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players on
yes,
it.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Right. Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at the Knicks. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
Well, I think for New York, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Payton surveying the floor. There at the pass to Gibson. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the way in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Yep, that one goes in there. Fox has got his 2nd basket of the night.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley. If De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
Here's Gibson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Randall. A second chance effort. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Bagley. He leads up, finds Fox. Kings moving the ball around. Barnes passes to Bielitsa. Outside Bogdanovich. Barnes right side. Off target from 3-point range. Knicks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Knicks against Payton, and stolen by Barnes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Harrison Barnes, great experience at Golden State, a proven champion on that team, and now entering prime years of his career, trying to be consistent and trying to get a little bit better.
That's good from Barnes. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And then for Sacramento, Giles comes in for Bielitsa, and Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Barnes hits them both. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks, trailing by 5. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench. Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Ntilikina. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Sacramento making some changes. Parker's checked in for Bagley, and it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Robinson passes to Knox. Pass to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Hield left side. Shoots over Bullock. Misses off the left iron. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Knox. The rebound by Giles. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style. Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Portis, the pass to Robinson. Here's Knox. Pass to Bullock. From downtown. And no good that time. So the Kings will take it the other way. And New York hope that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Robinson misses.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Knicks trail by 9. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, though, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin, and you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair, but understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. The Kings making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Here's Ntilikina. 20 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Ntilikina wanting to be assertive and the coaching staff encouraging that kind of play.
Now here's Hield. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bazemore finds Joseph. Back to Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. The three. It's rebounded by Portis. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Knox. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. You look at Robinson, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
The first free throw is good.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
Both shots good from the stripe. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Giles kicks to Hield. 1:11 left in the first. Yes, that goes in. And the Kings lead by 7.
Well, that's a beautiful shooting stroke right there. Really a core essential of Buddy Hield's game.
Here's Bullock. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Bazemore. It's a 10-point game.
Well, he's a guy to count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And now Sacramento on the break, and the dunk by Parker.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Three-pointer Ellington. A three-pointer is right on target.
Lazy defense there, guys. You have to guard the outside on inbounds plays, too. Every man has to be accounted for in those situations.
And so it's Sacramento. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Parker out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, it's been an up-and-down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
Here's Ntilikina following the basket by Buddy Hield. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing currently who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things, like Chris Paul and Mike Conley, that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hield outside from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Good from Parker.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent, a versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. Sacramento also making some changes. Bialica comes in for Kent Bazemore, and it's Fox in for Corey Joseph, and Parker drops them both. So it's the Knicks now. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. Payton passes to Gibson. Pass to Barrett. Dishes it to Payton. 5 on the clock. Randall no good. Kings leading now by 10. It's Bialica. It's rebounded by Barrett. For New York, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. The shot by Payton, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Hield. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Holmes can't get it to go in. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. It's a 10-point game. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fox with it. Now Payton defending. Fox against Payton. Fox passes to Parker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
That's a beautiful pump fake there. Show the ball, get your man up. Parker did a good job of going right at the D.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And that one falls for Parker.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. And the Kings also making a change. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
Now Fox after the missed 3 from Elfrid Payton. Now the pass to Bialica. He feeds it to Parker. On the wing, Hield. Over Barrett. And Hield gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Hield's got the lead up to 13 now for Sacramento. Payton against Hield. Payton kicks to Harkless. Over Parker. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Kings leading now by 13. Here's Fox. Hits the front of the rim and out. Now here's Harkless. Covered by Hield. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdan Bogdanović comes in for Hield. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Bogdanović. Barrett kicks to Randall. Passes it to Harkless. Shot clock at 6. Payton in the corner to end the drought. No good that time. Good work defensively by Fox. Sacramento's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Outside, Bagley. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 13. Now Harkless. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Randall. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in. New York on D, trailing by 13. Three-pointer. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Harkless with the bucket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
A pass to Fox. And that one drops for him. Fox has got 7.
Pretty much all you can do on defense there. De'Aaron Fox, great poise in the painted area.
Payton passes to Knox. Randall against Bielitsa. Lock at 6. To the right side. The pass to Knox. Over Bagley. It's hauled in by the Kings.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside, Fox. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Now here's Payton. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Payton kicks to Portis, passes it to Knox. Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Robinson's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside, Fox. And here's Barnes for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Knox. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Now here's Barnes. And here's Bagley. 7 points in the game. He was all alone on that one. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 19-point game. Pass to Barrett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And that one falls for Barrett. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner. And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Giles. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Bagley. Some solid defense from Robinson. There at the pass to Knox. Sacramento grabs the miss.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Robinson with the block. Shot from the top of the key. That one a little long.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
No good on the free throw.
And he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first quarter when he was in attack mode, drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the Kings also making a change. Joseph, he's checked in for Fox. Second free throw, no good. Knicks trail by 17. There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Joseph. Great D that time from Portis.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For New York, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Free throw good. Bullock.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
And so he makes both from the line.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. A drive by Barnes. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Knox. It's blocked.
Just terrific D by Bazemore, really clamping down on his man and giving no room to get that shot off.
Here's Joseph. The layup missed. And so it's Sacramento. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Harrison, a big first half for you offensively. How did you get loose?
My teammates just been finding me. I've just been trying to run hard.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Harrison Barnes was the man in the first. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and... Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Alfred Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, Payton getting after it and picking up some fouls right now.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And the first one drops.
Randall really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. No good on the second free throw. Sacramento leading by 15, and it's Bogdanovich off the drive. It's rebounded by Payton. Now here's Harkless. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Barnes passes to Bagley. With the second effort, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Some fouls out there can be smart. That's one. Bagley too good inside, so hold him down.
For Sacramento, they have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts. That's good from Bagley.
Marvin Bagley, the second overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's another step forward for him this year.
And so Bagley nails them both. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Now here's Fox. 7 points in the game. And Gibson sends it back. Randall dishes to Payton. Pass to Harkless. Outside Gibson. He kicks it to Payton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Randall. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Harkless, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. The pass to Barrett. Gibson with it. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Randall. Great D that time from Bagley.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Knicks trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Payton passes to Randall. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now here's Harkless. He's covered closely. No good from Gibson. Sacramento leading by 15. Shot from 12. Fox, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Harkless kicks to Payton. Back to Harkless. Passes to Gibson. New York moving the ball around. Fades away. And it's good off the back rim and in. Gibson's got his third bucket of the night.
Nice shooting for him from the big man. Taj Gibson has a firm grasp on the mid-range game in the NBA.
Pass to Fox. They could use a bucket. A shot off that time. The Knicks go the other way with it.
The three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still zero here in the second.
That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. 9 points for De'Aaron Fox.
I think opposing coaches have nightmares about De'Aaron Fox being out in transition. We got to see why right there.
Barrett, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now, here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Bagley. A three from Barnes. The Knicks pull it in.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Back to Fox. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And checking out some numbers for Barrett.
How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done. Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now, here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Over Randall. Not enough on that one as it misses.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Gibson dishes to Payton. Randall down low. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Randall with the bucket.
Now you can see the touch and the improvement in that touch right there.
Timeout called by the Kings. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Ellington is subbed in for Payton. Then for the Kings, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Parker comes in for Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. Ellington the pass to Randall. Over Bielitsa. Handle no good.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Healed, can't hit. Knicks trail by 13.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
So for the Knicks, Kevin Knox comes in for Randall, and it's Ntilikina in for Barrett. Sacramento also making some changes. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Bielitsa, and it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And 12 points for Buddy Hield. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Parker kicks to home. And stolen by Portis. There's the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Bullock. That one doesn't drop. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
First free throw is good. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. And Parker drops them both. Knicks trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Bullock. He's covered by Bazemore. New York moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Knox. Buries the long-range jumper. Knox has got 5 now. Kings leading now by 15. Joseph with the ball. Now Bazemore. In the corner, it's Hield. It's rebounded by New York. Portis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Knox. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bazemore for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here is Ellington. He has 5. Passes it to Knox. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovic and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
That free throw, no good. Sacramento making some changes. Giles comes in for Parker, and it's Fox in for Joseph. So he comes up empty, missing both. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and detour a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Knicks trail by 18. Bullock passes to Ellington. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Back to Bullock. And the rejection by Holmes.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Knox. Rebounded by Holmes. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Looking to get it going. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Giles has got his first basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here is Robinson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Portis. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bazemore passes to Fox. Healed outside. Latre, good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Now here's Ellington. 5 points in the game. It's Portis high post. They need this, and the basket by Knox. Knox has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Fox. On the wing, Heel. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for Sacramento. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Rashawn Holmes out there with Giles, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now here's Ellington. Pass to Knox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. it's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not
sports.
with what's at stake.
Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. Lonzo Trier comes in for Reggie Bullock. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Sacramento. And the second free throw, good. Here's Ferrell. The pass to Holmes. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson with the block. To the middle. Here's Knox, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just way too easy as Kevin Knox rises up for the dunk.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Picked his pocket.
Let's make something happen.
Dotson the pass to Trier. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Outside Robinson. Here's Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he makes the first. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randall comes in for Damian Dotson. It's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Trier. Then for the Kings, Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. And it's Bogdanovich in for Yogi Ferrell.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Bogdanovich with it, now defended by Randall. Such a wide open look. 23 points for Buddy Hield.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Payton passes to Randall. And that one, good.
So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Bogdanovich finds Hield. Now Bagley. Hield outside. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Second chance shot, and it's Bagley getting it to go.
Well, Bagley can move around you and get slender out there to find room on the floor to collect offensive rebounds.
Outside Gibson. Passes it to Barrett. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And the first one at the line is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Barnes hits them both. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. Pass to Harkless. It's hauled in by the Kings. Here's Barnes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on R.J. Barrett. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And New York making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. Alex Len's checked in for the Kings. Joseph comes in for Buddy Hield. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Harkless the pass to Randall. Over Joseph. Goes back up. And Gibson kicks to Randall. Misses from close range.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing.
Left side Joseph. Here's Bagley. And Harkless pulls it down.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Bogdanovich against Randall. Bagley with the block. Barnes outside. Kicks it to Joseph. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Here's Harkless. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Sacramento, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Bogdanovich dishes to Joseph. He kicks it to Len. Four on the shot clock. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the layup is good.
Well-rounded effort and no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.